sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
This is the Coach's Scouting Report, featuring Coach Rick Venturi on 101sports.com.
Hi, guys. Once again, Zach McCright, Coach Rick Venturi, Zach and the Coach. You can hear a shameless plug, 9 to 11 Central Time on 101 ESPN and 101sports.com. It's time for the Scouting Report. Coach, Redskins, very winnable game. Let's start with a defensive game plan for the Rams against the Redskins. Big picture.
Well, the first thing I think is really important to understand that this really has become a Shanahan offense. A year ago, I couldn't really focus on it and recognize it. But by going out and getting Hightower to be the running back, they're back to that Terrell Davis type zone running, inside zones, outside zones, cutbacks in there. They're going to give you a lot of motion, but they're going to run that inside and outside zone all day long. Defensively, the things that I think are important to stop the running game: number one, you got to get penetration up front. They count on the defensive line playing laterally and then the running back picking and choosing and finding the holes. Get penetration with your base defense. I've always liked A-gap blitzes, all right, where you go in between your 1 and 3 technique, bring linebackers in the A-gap occasionally. That means all of a sudden the cutback's finished. So you define the play. And then the third thing that's been most effective for me against Shanahan, if you can protect your corners some, is the 46 defense. Cover the guards and centers, and then bring edge rushers off the edge, because it takes away his play action and it takes away the inside cutback. So those are the three areas that I'm going to work on stopping the running game.
I know as a fan, I love the ability to stop the cutback. That seems to have been a problem for the Rams.
And it has been a problem since the beginning of training camp.
Since week number 1, no doubt about it. All right, how do we stop the pass?
Well, the passing game, I think you have to focus the coverage on 2 guys and be aware of 2 more. First of all, Santana Moss is the money guy. He's a 100-catch guy. He's very quick. He's a very good receiver. He's not real big, not really overly fast, but he's quick as hell coming into the breaks. They're going to go to him when they need a downfield play. They really are, particularly downfield and inside. So you've got to have a good third down package for him. Then you got Chris Cooley at tight end. He's a guy that is very effective down the middle, very effective in the red zone. Another guy is Young Williams, the other tight end. He's doing pretty well. And the guy to be alert for, the guy I'm a little nervous about is Armstrong. Be alert for them to try to do what Baltimore did with Torrey Smith, because he has speed. Be alert for him to sneak outside and try to get on top of the Rams secondary.
Okay, now, we need to get to Grossman. There's no doubt about it. We need to make him uncomfortable. How do we do it?
There's no doubt about it, Zach, because he's a guy who can have a big day, but you can force him into the bad day. That's been his career. That's who he is. He's a 50-50 guy. Okay, first of all, I think, number one, if I'm not blitzing, I'm going to attack the 2 tackles, Williams and Brown. Both those guys are struggling. I want my best rushers on them. I want to get after them. Blitz-wise, on early downs, I want to come off the edges, either the field edge or both edges, because of the action pass. Early downs, it's play action, bootleg, get him on the edge. I want outside pressure. On third down, Zach, just the opposite. I want inside pressure. They list him at 6'1". He's 6 foot or less. I want to create tall trees and get him to throw turnovers.
Okay, so that's the defensive game plan for the Rams against the offense of the Redskins. Now, if we flip it, Coach, the first thing I think of when I think Rams offense versus Redskins defense in particular is the added caveat of Jim Haslett as defensive coordinator for the Redskins.
Well, Jim and I shared an office for many, many years, so I know this system, and I think you need to understand Jim. And I guess I can put it this way bluntly. When things are going good, Haslett wants to bring the blitz. When things aren't going good, Haslett wants to bring the blitz. So you're going to get pressure in this system. Know who he is. He'll run the Pittsburgh 3-4 on first down, which is a movement 3-4. It's not like New England or Kansas City. Really, after the snap, it moves to a 4-3. There's guys moving all over the place, a lot of movement. Then on long yardage downs, you're going to get all these blitzes, exotic coverages. So you've really got 2 game plans going into the game.
Okay, then let's talk about the running game first. Steven Jackson looks like he's going to be healthy. I know that's going to be big for this.
Well, it really is. Number one, you got to keep Haslett off balance on first down with formations, with personnel, run and pass. Jackson's presence big. I want to run the ball quick. I want to run it weak, away from the Haslett pressures from the field. And then the other thing I want to do is open it up. When you've got Arakpo, Kerrigan, and you've got big outside hybrids, Make them run to the ball. Spread them out. Don't let them all play in the box. Fletcher's 36 years old, great leader, has struggled to run at times. Open them up and crack them.
Let's hope with the re-addition, if you will, of Steven Jackson, that opens up the pass a little bit more for the Rams this week.
No doubt about it. And you always got to worry about pressure. You always got to have an idea where it's going to come from. What I favor is this versus the Haslett system and the Pittsburgh system. On first down, 2nd and 5, what I call unknown downs, I want to work the outside of the field, Zach. I want to go maximum play action, freeze. If I got to keep extra guys in, I want to work the outside of the field. I'll dump it off late if he's not there. I want to work to the strong side of the formation, either into the post or over the top. So I want my best guy at Z. I want play action on first down. I'm not going to get the exotics on first down. I'm going to get a more 50-50 defense. Now, when we get to 3rd down, I'm going to get it from all over, and we'll talk about protection in a minute, but I want to attack the inside of the field. Haslett's very different than other coaches. He likes to run split safety blitzes, a lot of cover 2 trap, which is his nuance.
And this is on 3rd down.
This is on 3rd down, so be alert for it. The vulnerability is in the middle.
Very good. All right, but we have to protect Sam Bradford, Coach. We got to do it better. How do we do it?
There's no doubt about it. You do one of 2 ways. You spread them out, and you make them show their card. If they got a blitz on, bring people back in and pick up. When you have backs in the backfield, more max protection, push the ball downfield. Dallas finally figured it out late in the game. And I like to turn the protection towards Arapco, who's on the right side, their right side. I like to turn the line left and slide the backs to the right and build a wall, because there's no one way they're going to come. They're going to come from all over. So you need a protection scheme that will be pretty good on everything. And if anybody comes free, make it be the outside rusher to Sam's right, so he sees it and can get rid of it.
So big game for Roger Saffold down on Arakpo.
Big game.
Also a big game for Jason Smith on the right. He needs to rebound.
And you got to be ready to help him a little bit. He needs to rebound. I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is when you're playing against Haslett, be patient and be mentally tough. Understand they may make some plays on you. They may force some action. But at the end of the day, if you trade off with them, if you get 3 big plays, that adds up to 21 points. And so be patient. Don't get upset if something bad happens. Keep plugging in there and get your big plays when the opportunity arises.
We always talk about a big game here. Week 1, big game. Week 2, big game. They get a little bigger when you start to lose, 1, 2, 3 in a row. So a very big game against a very winnable opponent on Sunday. Rick Venturi will be on the pregame on 101ESPN.com. You'll catch me on the postgame on 101 ESPN and 101 ESPN, 101sports.com. All of the outlets, and you can catch the game plan in text form from Coach on 101sports.com. For Rick Venturi, the coach, I'm Zach McCright. Thanks for watching the Scouting Report.